Hello everyone, welcome to the season of selling. A lot of selling. So this is how I'm spending my time these days. The days are getting little hotter and this is kind of hot that I like. It's hot but not too hot that I'm sweating all day. As you know, I have taken some time off from work and traveling countryside these days. So nowadays I have no basic plan or schedule. I get up around 4 am and take a random walk in nearby forest. I sit on the tree, do my exercises, do my meditation, look at flowers, talk to people and come back to my place afterwards. Then I sit with my coffee and stare blankly at the passing clouds with some classical instrumental European music in background. I am a big instrument music lover but nothing specific, Beethoven and all. Then at around 10 am, I go and sit in my garden with my laptop. We have these amazing flowers and big trees here and I like to sit under them at this time and just start going through my work. And these days, one of that work thing includes going through the stocks with the weakest fundamentals in my portfolio and trying to replace them with stocks with better opportunities. As the market is seeing the correction every other day, it's a great time to make some changes and get into newly corrected great shares that I couldn't buy before due to high price. Oh yeah, and also I'm selling off my short-term trade these days as I have gotten the desired gain from them already. Last chunk I sold at around 10.5% profit. I'm still not done with short-term trades, but I'm close to finishing it off. Hopefully by the end of this month, I'll be having only one share left in my portfolio for short term. I think by the end of March. For me, short-term bets are the ones which I keep for 1 day to few months period and invest around 1 to 2 lakhs overall in them. I don't take too risky bets and I don't do this even too often. When and if the opportunity presents itself and everything looks in my favor, then and then only I make a small short-term bet. In these bets, I'm not looking to run my house or buy my dad a car or to show off you guys how great I am as a trader or whether how rich I am getting from these. No. I'm simply doing it because I'm free these days and because the bet looked in my favor. Nothing else. I make less than 10k per month in these bets and most of the times it is just 4 or 5,000 months only. I've shown you guys my profit before also. But the most important thing is, and this is where I take little pride, is that I have never lost money in these bets till now. That's the most important thing to me. If you already a subscriber, then I update about my short-term trades in the community post so you guys can see it too. Here is the early morning post about Adani share that I traded. It was on 1st of March. So keep an eye on community post here. YouTube doesn't show posts to most of the people here, so you might have to check yourself maybe. Most probably in next episode I think I'll be showing you all of my short-term bets of February and the profit I made from it. But today we are just focusing on my favorite investing framework, and that is long-term value investing. These are the long-term stocks that I intend to keep for many years and be a participant in their long profitable journey. This is where I think I will make most of my money. Like owning Butterfly Gandhimati at 167 rupees has given me insane value in that company and in their future growth of many decades. I have to just sit on the shares and let the company work hard. Hopefully I don't act stupid in future and sell off this gem from my portfolio. Of course, for this, company also has to keep on working on the right track. But sitting and watching my company grow is the best part of investing. And I want to own 10 of these kind of businesses. Just 10. But in present, all I can do is read more, learn more and apply that knowledge to get the best results. And in all this process, when the market is down, I want to get out of companies who are fundamentally weak or have not shown good promises recently or have gone a little on side from the main road, I want to sell them off even at loss and get into companies that I have been watching doing amazing work from quite some time and who are also coming down recently in price also where I'm comfortable paying them that much. So today we're going to talk about all this and what's my plan ahead. Let's start. So let's see how my portfolio is doing today. Okay, so today my portfolio is at 36,64,985 rupees, that is 44.80% up overall. From last portfolio update, it is down 4,18,891 rupees, that is 10.25% down from last update. Sensex has been down like 3% this month I think already, and Adani has lost many tens of billions and still things are looking little under the weather still. So that's why this is the best time to do some trimming in the portfolio and see what better companies can be brought in. I constantly do the scrutiny of my portfolio and compare them with other companies out there. It helps me in building and understanding the negative points of my companies and saves me from being too much biased. So in this, Mahindra Logistics is the stock that I'm finding lacking the strong growth that I thought I will be seeing by now. I hate its margin. I hated it even when I invested in it, but it looked like they are on upward swing with the margin, but it will still take them some time. At the time of purchase, it looked like one of the cheaper logistics stock between this and All Cargo, VRL Logistics and Gati, I think. But as things are not looking to improve that much, I prefer selling it off and stacking up my cash pile for future purchase of another stock. If things improve here, I will buy back Mahindra Logistics, but for now I have said my buys. I still love this whole logistics, warehouse, infrastructure space, but I think I'm still unable to figure out how to choose that one stock among so many. Every time I'm analyzing this whole space, I get stuck with 3 to 4 stock and couldn't figure out which one is better from others. It's not just about how the company works, but also a lot of other matters like what is their niche, their partners, the management, their regional stronghold, client base, margins of course, and many other things. So I can zero on like 5 companies out of 200 companies, but then to go down further is the issue for me right now. So let's see when and if I'm able to cross this threshold. For now, I'm back to learning and I'm out of Mahindra Logistics. Freed up capital after selling the stock, 1.4 lakhs approx. After getting done with Mahindra, I got up to wipe the sweat out of my face, splash some water, do a little walk barefoot, and now back to my easy chair under the tree. Now the next stock in line is Edelweiss Financial Services. There is lot of restructuring within the company that has been done within last couple of years. Company is planning to list some of the subsidiaries separately, and recently they have finally received the shareholders' approval for the proposed demerger of its wealth management business, paving the way for the listing of Nuvama Wealth Management, earlier known as Edelweiss Wealth Management. After listing, Edelweiss will continue to hold 14% in Nuvama, and the shareholders of EFSL, that is me and you, would hold 30% of the paid share capital in this new wealth management business that is gonna be listing. The separate listing of wealth business will happen this March, and then we will come to know how the market values it. Wealth management वैसे तो normally booming business है इंडिया में, and it is still at a very young stage, lots of area to grow, and Nuvama is one of the top dogs here. I think they're gonna do really good once they are listed separately, and I might hold that stock for decades if they run it well, of course. So I'm sparing Edelweiss share till this March. Rest I will see after listing. So recently I bought 2 long-term stocks here, and one of that is Stovecraft, which is already a part of my portfolio by the way. The price has gone down a lot this year. It's down like 25% this year only, majorly because of whole market going down. Plus, Stovecraft's quarterly results were not that good, so everybody is selling it off. I believe this company will do good. Management has recently done some changes in executive roles. See, in normal company there are basically 3 top jobs: COO, Chief Operating Officer, who looks after the operations; CFO, Chief Financial Officer, who looks after finance; and CEO, Chief Executive Officer, who get reported by these other 2 executives and handles the whole company. CEO is the top boss when it comes to running company. Now Stovecraft is going through a little shift. They want to have 5 jobs here instead of just 3. So they will have CRO, Chief Revenue Officer. This post will just be working towards increasing the revenue and finding the new ways to get more revenue. That's it. Then they want CHR, Chief Human Resource. This will be to look after hiring and maintaining the best of the staff and see how can they retain the best employees of the sector in this company. Then Stovecraft wants CGO, Chief Growth Officer. As we know, company has many brands under the name of Stovecraft, and they really cover many economic layers and qualities. So it's important to have one person who day and night just work towards pushing the growth and nothing else. Of course, company will still be having COO and CFO among these 3 new posts. So basically all these 5 posts will be reporting to Rajendra Gandhi, who is the promoter of this company, and this will help Rajendra Gandhi in taking company to new heights. They are trying to move towards more of products where they have higher margins and have also set up their physical stores in Bangalore. I think they have 11 stores by now. So here I'm going to take a bite now and then as long as the price stays down. I don't want to make it my 3 biggest bets, but I'm okay if it's in top 6 in terms of invested amount. This is the section where I share with you the stocks that I have been following from quite some time, and they are basically in my radar and I can buy them in future because I'm in love with them. This process of finding a company and then reading and exploring and finally coming to conclusion takes a lot of time. And until I make the purchase, I prefer to keep learning about the company, its peers, and the whole sector it belonged to. So it takes months or years sometimes. So I thought I should just share the company with you guys before only, and maybe you can help me out in the comments below if you know anything about this company or the sector. So as I'm always on the hunt to find the next big stock for my portfolio, I look into a lot of small companies. Companies that are not in big fund houses radar, companies you never hear about on TV, companies normal retail investors don't even know exist. And in this never-ending endeavor, sometimes you come across a great stock and sometimes this one stock can change your life. And I'm in pursuit of the same. So in this pursuit, I was looking for something related to cloud computing and its infrastructure. And few years back, I found one very tiny company. Oh, and don't think this is one of those internet companies who keeps on burning investors' money. No sir, this is profitable business we are talking about here. Have some respect. So this company is E2E Networks. The company started in 2009 and their SME IPO happened in 2018, which was oversubscribed by 70 times. Then in 2022, they transitioned to NSE mainboard. Currently the price of the share is 140 rupees and market cap is at 201 crore. E2E was the first company in India to launch contractless computing. Way back in 2009 we are talking about. It was hourly billed pure SSD public cloud and private cloud. Its cloud infrastructure has been used by many well-known Indian startups for their journey from seed level to unicorn stage and beyond. Some of their clients have been Zomato, IndiaMart, Nykaa, MobiKwik, Zoomcar, Purple, IIT Bombay and IIT Madras. Their specialty is to provide one of the cheapest prices to their clients for cloud computing. Sometimes they are 2-3 times cheaper than the big players. So this is where small companies or startups fall in their lap. Here promoters own almost 60% of the company and they are actively running the business right now. E2E Networks' big competitors are AWS by Amazon, GCP, DigitalOcean and Azure by Microsoft. So as you can see, it's a tough industry to survive in, but they have survived for this long. Okay, let's go with some pros and cons quickly, not going deep here, just few quick points so that you can get some idea about the business. Pros. They have strong tailwinds in the industry. India is traditionally a price sensitive market and E2E's offering is among the lowest. They have good track record of working with a number of startups while they were very small. It is a very booming sector. Okay, let's go with the cons now. They are less trusted player compared to the hyperscalers like AWS and Azure and all. They will be severely affected if the hyperscalers reduce prices. Some kind of change in technology may also render E2E's current technology obsolete and require them to make substantial investments which could affect the company finance and operation. This is a very competitive industry. Company may get severely affected in an industry downturn. So I've given you the basic data of this company and hopefully you can go and learn about them by yourself. If you know anything about this company or have invested in it, then let me know in the comments below. I'm still gathering some more information about the company and mostly I want to come to the conclusion of how this company is going to fare in the future against the big players. If I'll invest in it, then of course I will make separate video on this. Okay, now let's move on to my cash flow and see how much money I have. Businesses are running fine and things are looking stable for right now. I have been on a break from last 7-8 months from work, but now it's time to go back to the grind. As I have mentioned in previous videos that I'm trying to buy a land parcel to open a retreat center for yoga, meditation, lifestyle correction and modern farming. I have gone through a lot of land parcels and tried to fix a lot of creative deals with people, but nothing has finalized till now. I'm trying not to pay the full price for the land for now, and that is why it's taking time, of course. See, the land that I'm thinking of will cost me up to 30, 40, 50 lakhs and I'm ready to pay much less. I want to start this business and run it so cost efficient that burning cash will stick to basic minimum. So what choices do I have if not enough money? Well, this is where the creativity kicks in. In some other video, I will talk about how I'm trying to tie the deal together in a way that I don't have to pay a lot of money for this. I want to pay less than 10-20% of the overall deal and tie everything else together in such a way the deal can pay me to pay further. If any of you have done this kind of a deal, then write down in the comments below and help me out. I hope you guys have been checking the community post on my channel because I'm updating there on my short-term trades. On 1st March, I posted this about short-term trading in Adani Enterprises and that too early in the morning. Before that, I also posted about my Electra trading. I hope you guys are seeing these posts. Okay, this is it for today's episode everyone. Hope you liked it. If you want me to add something else in this portfolio update videos, then write down in the comments below and let me know. I hope you have a good time. See you next time, My Money Universe.